All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Come back in, come back in, come back in. Come back in, come back in, come back in. Listen, I gotta go back. Dante said apartment living blues. Come back in, come back in, come back in. This is so good. This is so good. Let your friends know we're back on. We're back on. Let me see, move this. So, wife was cooking. That was the fire alarm. It went off quick though. Come back in, come back in, come back in. That was too good. That was so good. I was gonna blame it on the devil, but I'm not gonna blame it on the devil. Say what's up when you come back in. While you come back in, I'm going to show this commercial real quick. Definitely want you to join us for this, and I'm going to give people a few moments. I usually do this in order to give people a few moments to come back in, but watch this real quick. Beloved, this is Dr. James Hassell. On behalf of Salt and Light Fellowship of Church, we want to invite you to join us to our Meta Church Strategic Conference 2022, being held May 18th through the 21st, 2022 at the Stanford Hotel in Stamford, Connecticut. Listen, you don't want to miss this powerful move of God that is going to push your ministry, your church forward. You want to be in the house. We're going to be talking, first of all, about harnessing the power of technology in order to advance the kingdom. We're going to talk about maintaining the power of personal touch and seeing how we can affect people's lives by that, but most of all, demonstrating the power of the kingdom. You want to be there in the building. You can register right now at metachurch2022.brushfire.com. You can do that right now. Let us know you're going to be with us. Put something on it. Make a deposit. The registration is only $100. Hotel is very reasonable price. Easy to get to. You want to be there. Don't miss it. God bless you. I'm back. I apologize about that. We're good now. Got a few of you coming back on now. So we were talking about Saul and his anointing. We were talking about the Philistines. Oh, and the garrison. That's it. That the prophet, the spirit of God turned him into another man. It got hot in here. That's what it was. The Spirit of God turned him into another man. And when these signs came upon him, then you can do as the occasion of your exaltation has provided, so that you are empowered to do it. There it goes again. I don't know what else to do. All right, anyhow, you shall go down before me to Gilgal, and I will come down to thee and offer burnt offerings. There will be a sacrifice before the presence of God, and this is to lure him into the circle of the priesthood so he can see if he desires to be a part of that order. Here's the thing. Do you want to be? You thought it was your job. No, it was here. Is here. So do you desire to be a part of those who minister in the presence of God and who effectively are being used by the Spirit of God to speak truth into a generation, to speak encouragement and exhortation and comfort and solutions into the lives of other people? You said I set the building on fire with this word. I believe that this was Saul's offer. Samuel offered him this powerful place, this powerful position, but he was not wired to receive it. He was not focused. He was not focused on the spiritual things. And this is proven in the fact that when watch this. Samuel's uncle, he says, Saul's uncle said unto him, verse 14, where did you go? And he says, to seek the asses. And we saw that they were nowhere. We came to Samuel. And Saul's uncle said, tell me, I pray thee, what Samuel said unto thee. Listen to this one. Listen to this. My wife is saying, sorry. No, don't apologize, hon. And it says, and Saul said to his uncle, this is proof of carnality. I'm about to show you this. And if you're not ready for it, I don't care. This is good. It says, Saul said unto his uncle, he told us plainly that the asses were found, but of the matter of the kingdom whereof Samuel spake, he didn't say anything to his uncle. Isn't it something that we'll go and testify of all of the physical things and blessings and solutions we get in life? We'll talk about health. We'll talk about exercise. We'll talk about self-care. We'll talk about anything all day long, but the matters of the kingdom we do not mention. Something as significant as you being made to be a king has not even made it to be mentioned to your uncle and to your family. Oh my God. So he caused him to be king, and what happened was lots were taken. I'm going to show you another place. And it says they inquired. He caused the tribe of Benjamin, verse 21, to come near by families. The family of Matri was taken, Saul the son of Kish was taken. And when they looked for him, he could not be found. Another sign of carnality is when it's time for you to be on duty, they can't find you. Time for you to be used by God, and you can't be found. Therefore, they inquired of the Lord further, and saying, if the man should yet come hither, and the Lord answer, behold, he hath hid himself amongst the stuff. Many of us are not findable for our purpose because we hid ourselves amongst the stuff. And they went and fetched him from thence, and when he stood amongst the people, he was higher than any of the people from his shoulders and upward. And Samuel said, see ye him who the Lord hath chosen. There's none like him amongst all the people. And the people shouted, God save the king. He looked like a king on the outside, but his heart, he did not have the heart of a king. Samuel told the manner of the kingdom and wrote it in a book. And he laid it up before the Lord and told them all to go home. And Saul did the same. Here's the point, is that he went home to Gibeah. Now, I had you turn into 2 Samuel chapter 6, because this is where the story of David picks up. In 2 Samuel chapter 6, and then I'm done for the day. It says this in verse 20. No, 6, there it is, 6:4. I'll read from verse 1. Again, David gathered together all the chosen men of Israel, 30,000, and David arose and went with all the people that were with him from Baal of Judah to bring up from thence the ark of God, whose name is called by the name of the Lord of hosts that dwell between the cherubims. And they set the ark of God upon a new cart and brought it out of the house of Abinadab that was in Gibeah. And Uzzah and Ahio, the sons of Abinadab, drove the cart. Here is the point. The ark was in the entire time of Saul's reign. The ark was in Gibeah. But never do you see Saul inquiring of the Lord and being infatuated, in love, enamored with the glory of God. But David was fixated on it, and he says, I'm going to take this ark, take the presence of God to our capital, to our headquarters, and it's going to be there in Jerusalem. And David and all the house of Israel played before the Lord. He recreated, watch this, he recreated voluntarily the atmosphere for the prophetic outpouring and and for him being changed to another man. He made the music play and all of that. We did continue. This is the secret of walking into your kingship, is understanding the value of praising God and worshiping him exuberantly, excitedly, and sincerely. This, beloved, is one of the keys. Now, it also has to be handled properly and in order. Because you can have praise with disorder and somebody's going to get hurt. Uzzah died because they didn't respect the proper way to proceed. So anyhow, I think I've touched Saul long enough. On tomorrow, God willing, Friday morning, I'm gonna finish talking about David and his spiritual approach to his kingship and why this is what pleased God. Listen, I want to thank you guys for joining us, coming back and getting back on this broadcast. Listen, I love doing this. I'm enjoying this journey, and bringing the ark from Gibeah to Jerusalem is the goal. To bring it to where the center of your life is, that God might get the glory from your kingship and your priesthood. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate your encouragement and your support. If you'd like to sow a seed into the ministry, you by all means can do that either today or tomorrow. You know, some do it once a week, some do it once a month, some do it every couple of days. Listen, hit the stars, do something, show your support for the ministry. It helps us to do all the things that we're doing. I love you guys so much, and my prayer for your life is that you would grow up into the head of who is Christ, and that you would match the fullness of his stature, that the eyes of your understanding would be enlightened, that you may know and understand what is the hope of your calling. And man, I want you to be great for God. So thank you for joining us for Better Living, just a community of believers who will come to the conclusion that if you know better, you can do better. And if you can do better, you can live better. And it's all because Jesus is better. Listen, join us this Friday at noon for the 7 last sayings of Christ from the cross at the Nepperhan Community Center at noon on tomorrow. Listen, this is going to be powerful. I want you to get ready to hear a powerful word from these men and women of God, prophetic voices in our generation. And I'm not just speaking metaphorically. They got a word in their belly, and I'm excited about what God's going to do. It's going to put some pressure on the tradition of the 7 last words, but we want you to join us for that. And then on Friday night at 7 p.m., the overseer, Robert Louis Nelson, will be at the Kingdom Christian Cultural Center. Whoa, I wish I had applause. But listen, you don't want to miss this night of prayer and power. We are going to experience God, and this is not your normal Good Friday service, but I believe the power of God, and victory is going to be released in the house. That's it. Don't forget to register for the conference. Many of you are doing it day by day, and I appreciate your support. Love you so much. Thank you for joining us today, and be blessed. That's my prayer for you in Jesus' name. Level up to better living.